Good evening, class and Professor Epps. Today I will be giving a presentation on the controversy surrounding soccer camps and how youth soccer camps and college ID camps impact a soccer player's skill level. First of all, what is a soccer ID camp and what are the differences between a youth camp and a college ID camp? Well, youth camps provide entertainment and enjoyment to the young side of the audience. So basically, it is just for fun for the younger people. It also gives an introduction of the overview of the sport soccer for the young people. College ID camps, however, are for the more elite players who want to play at the next level of soccer. These camps help coaches evaluate the skill level of higher level players and can also test the player's ability to play at a higher level of soccer that they're not fully used to. What is the evolution in soccer camp, and how have youth soccer camps and college ID camps come to be over time? Soccer camps have been around ever since the sport soccer was invented in 1863. Over time, more experienced players began to branch out and they started to develop college ID camps where they would recruit higher level players to play for their school or their college that they were at the time. This was a while back ago. Most colleges started out using ID camps as a way to find talent or skill for their rosters, add a little bit of a new element to their team. But as time went on, coaches stopped seeing the potential with finding new talent and they started seeing money, which we'll talk about later. What are some of the benefits of a soccer camp? And how can a soccer camp positively affect a player? Players can achieve a higher skill level involving physical endurance, mental capability, and social awareness while attending these camps. Players can also create networks where they can, instead of being scouted through the camp, they can be scouted through other people through these networks that they build with the coaches, scouts that they meet, or even some of the players. Some of the players that these people may meet have played at the higher level before and create those networks with that player. A study was done by Brett Ledbetter explaining what characteristics and morals a soccer player should have. These characteristics and morals don't necessarily mean what soccer players should have, but more or less what coaches and scouts look for when they're recruiting for their team. One list that he made was solely just characteristics, and this included being hardworking, competitive, positive, focused, accountable, courageous, resilient, confident, enthusiastic, disciplined, motivated, creative, and curious. Now, that's about 13 characteristics. Obviously, not one player will have every single characteristic, but what a player should do is look at this list and see what their strengths are in, what characteristics they're strong in, and what characteristics they're weak in, and play off of the ones they're strong in and work on the ones they're weak in, so they could have the better chance to impress coaches and scouts at these ID camps. Another list that he made that included morals, which are included as unselfishness, honesty, respect, appreciative, humble, patient, loyalty, trustworthy and trustwilling, encouraging, socially aware, caring, and empathetic. Now, we talked a little bit about the upsides of attending these camps, but as I said before, the title of this is the controversy surrounding these camps. So what are some downsides? How can a soccer camp negatively impact a player? Well, some studies have shown that soccer camps can actually stunt the progress a player may develop by slowly draining the energy levels of the players over time. Also being overlooked by coaches due to a wide variety of players and wide amount of players attending these camps. So if it's just too many players for a certain amount of coaches and scouts to look at, you could be easily overlooked. And making the player go broke, which we will talk about later. A group of people from the British Journal of Sports Medicine, located in London, conducted an experiment where they monitored the energy levels and intensity of the performance of a group of athletes at a 2-week-long camp. As the camp went on, the athletes' intensity and energy levels decreased and fatigue started to set in much earlier than anticipated. The longer the camp, the less effective it became to the players and coaches. Now, this describes how a multi-day soccer camp can break down a player's energy level and hurt them from improving. This is also a downside or negative effect that a player may experience at certain college ID camps or even youth soccer camps. Now, as I talked before, money became a big factor in what people started to see college ID camps as bad things, as camps that they could not improve at, because most players would think that the coaches would cheat them out of their money and not actually look at their skill level and help them get to the next level of soccer. So what is a money grab through an ID camp, and how are they using these ID camps to only benefit themselves? Colleges have been using these ID camps to fund their own programs by putting a higher admission price to attend the camps, which leads to sloppy coaching and scouting at the camp. If a player wanted to get scouted to play college soccer, they could attend college ID camps, but attending the wrong ones will slowly drain their wallet. But what do you think? What do you think the controversy is surrounding ID camps? What's good and what's bad? Thank you.